There, as you can see, we are rocking 177.9. 1 week in, we're leaning out considerably already. Changed up the diet a little bit. Took out some fats. Everything's tightening up. Again, posing is not my strong suit. But we try. You know, what else could we do? This is what we got. A week later, I could feel everything tightening up already. We just finished a week of Murph. 1 week, 1 mile, pull-ups, push-ups, squats, another mile. But that was the only thing we did. A lot of recovery work this week. Did some hot cold baths, or hot cold therapy, I should say, some cold baths. Hot showers, a lot of stretching, a lot of rolling out. Feel great. Coming off of 2 days off. We're gonna hit a workout today. We're gonna hit breakfast. We are gonna be cooking today. Show you how to meal prep, how I meal prep, show you the new diet, show you everything. So let's get started. Breakfast time. You guys know, my favorite time. So we have our 2 eggs, 350 grams of egg whites. We have our 1 serving of rice and grinds, maple syrup cereal, 50 grams of blueberries, or 100 grams of strawberries is what, and then just a cup of black coffee. I'm starting to dig black coffee. Don't know why, just had to have it. And didn't have any cream one day, and then just really got into that habit. I don't understand it myself. I'm not really like coffee drinker. I didn't start drinking coffee until my early 20s. So I don't know what's going on with that, but we'll keep it because it keeps the cream, it keeps half and half all those extra calories out. So this week we have changed up the diet a little bit. We've kind of gotten rid of all fats except from the eggs and beef meal at night. So we're in like that 30 gram range, which, you know, we'll put those up there at the end of the video. It's really interesting though. Everything's tightening up, and this is one of the great things about working with somebody, creating a plan that you've worked with before. Initially, I was going to be doing my first bodybuilding show about 2 months ago. Or a month ago, I'm sorry. Yeah, about a month ago was going to be my first bodybuilding show. And then with the quarantine and everything that happened, plans changed. You know, what are you going to do? So I took a month. We had dieted down a little bit, and I probably looked worse than I do right now. Worse, quote unquote, but I definitely wasn't in shape to get ready for the show. So we took a month off. I did a very, very high protein. I wanted to see what that would do. Double my body weight in protein, and I really, really responded well to that. So with that said, and working with my coach before, we wanted to see this week what would happen when we take out fats, keep the carbs in, because my body before did not respond very well to a lower carb type diet, and keeping the fats in. As far as tightening up and things like that, it responds well energy wise and all that. I can really basically eat whatever and be okay energy wise. But so now we did that. It's been a week of that now this last week, and everything's tightening up. Looking good, I'm feeling good. That's going to be a huge bonus moving forward, especially with 6 more weeks left. of this prep. With that said, I'm gonna eat before this gets cold. We are going to be doing a pull workout today, back and biceps. We are going to be meal prepping today. So you can see exactly how I meal prep, and then we'll go over the new changes to the diet and things like that as well. So we're coming off a whole week of Murph, which if you don't know, 1 mile run, 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 squats, another mile run. Coming off a whole week of that, we're kind of switching back into more of a push-pull legs type of workout here. So just ran, walk. I like to run for a minute, walk for a minute, run for a minute, walk for a minute type of thing. That was about a mile. So we're gonna hit a quick 5-minute EMOM, do 5 pull-ups, 5 burpees, 10 mountain climbers, every minute on the minute, just to keep our heart rate up, get everything warmed up, our shoulders, our back, and then we're gonna hit this pull workout. So high volume, getting back into it. Gym should be opening up in 2, 3, 4 weeks, and I wanna be prepared to actually get in there and hit it rather than get in there and start going light, because if you haven't been in the gym for a while, please do not go in there and think you're gonna get the numbers that you used to get. Get in there, take a couple, 2, 3, 4 weeks, build up, and then start really pushing it. But I wanna start pushing it here so that, or start building up here as much as I can with the dumbbells I have, with everything I have, and then start pushing it when the gyms finally do open up. So, without further ado, why does that sound weird? I don't know, but here we go.
There you go again, looking so handsome. Oh, you have your way, and it's making me weaken. You and your stardust, walking like that. It's really getting too much, but I can't pull back. Though I try to resist, I can't fight this. And no one makes me feel like you do. And no one sets my body on fire. And no one gives me shivers like you. Oh, no one does it better.
Woo! So that was a good back workout. Got a lot of pull-ups in. Been really working on my pull-ups for the last 6 weeks or so. It was really something that I struggled with in the gym. Just never found time to actually get it going. But now doing sets of 8 with a 20-pound vest. Before this quarantine, sets of 5, I'd start shaking with just no weight. So definitely improving. I did 28 days straight of 50 pull-ups a day in the morning, and it's really improved everything. Not like just like sets of 5 and sets of 6, sets of 8, things like that. So meal number 2 at post-workout, I have what do I have here? 145 grams of sweet potatoes, 120 grams of green beans, and 150 grams of chicken. So really well-balanced meal. I like to have one little 12-ounce Diet Dr. Pepper or a Coke Zero. I know, it's gonna ruin all my gains. It's unhealthy for you, blah, 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 blah. I've really learned over the last several years that you just gotta do what keeps you going. Like, you gotta do what makes you happy. I drink 1.5 gallons to 2 gallons of water a day. This little 12-ounce Dr. Pepper, Diet Dr. Pepper, or a Coke Zero is not going to have a negative effect on me. It's just not. I drink way too much water to flush that stuff out. I eat way too clean to really be worried about that. Not to mention, I get my blood work done. I do every sort of precautionary measure. Blood work every 4 months, and I eat very, very well all year round, even when I'm not on a specific diet plan, so not gonna hurt. And I'll keep this up until probably 2 or 3 weeks out, and then we'll cut back on it, just because it does help, it does retain a little bit of water and things like that, so when we're getting to that stage where we're really leaning out and we're really trying to get to like that bare minimum fat, then yeah, we'll cut that out. I also like to use this G. Hughes sugar-free barbecue sauce. Wonderful, awesome, spice up any dish or any of your meals, any dish, like this is some sort of culinary masterpiece or something. I got a professional chef cooking up some chicken, green beans, and potatoes for me. But comes in multitude of different flavors. I like the sweet and spicy. The original tastes good. The maple brown sugar one is okay, and that's like the worst flavor, and it's still, I would take that over just about anything else throughout the day. Also, trusty air fryer. This thing is awesome. This thing is a lifesaver, and we're gonna get cooking on this. I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna enjoy my Dr. Pepper, this poison that I'm gonna drink, and we're gonna get to meal prepping. Let's go. Full day, calories for the day right here, boom, boom, boom. Last meal of the day, it's gonna be 170 grams of ground beef, which is half bison and half 93.7, 83 grams or 80 grams of green beans, and 175 grams of sweet potatoes. So basically this week we switched up our sweet potatoes. We took out one rice meal, added sweet potatoes to that meal, and we dropped our fats down with a couple less eggs and a little bit less beef. So, real simple, real easy meal prep. That took about an hour, made 3 days worth of meals, besides my breakfast, which I like to cook fresh. But I like having my meals in the fridge. This does not mean that that's what you have to do to reach your goals. Please do not get that confused. This is what I have to do to reach that 5 to 7% level that I'm striving for. I'm at that lean level already, and I'm looking to get further beyond that, right? But to get to that lean level, if you got 20, 30, 40 pounds to lose, you don't just understand your calories. Understand how many calories you need in a day. Then, once you get that basic down, then start worrying about your macros. Start adding in more protein and let your carbs and fats fall where they lie. Get good at that. Then start messing around with your carbs. Start messing around with your fats. Do it in steps so it's not so difficult. A lot of times you try to jump right into like a bodybuilding style diet like this where you're counting calories, you're counting macros, you're trying to get your micros in, you don't know what to eat if you have an off day or whatever like that because you don't have the basics down. I know if I'm gonna have an off day, at least I have a calorie mark to hit. I also know based on experience that it doesn't damage the progress that I'm making that bad, right? A lot of times when we're not confident in these things, when we're not comfortable, we think one off day is gonna throw off the last 8 weeks of work. And it's just not that way. That's why I can have a diet soda every day, not worry about it. I can have a coffee with a little bit of cream in it. I'm not worried about it. All of these things I can taper off towards the end when I'm trying to get rid of that last little bit. But right now, I'm comfortable with it. And if I was just dieting down regularly or to get lean or a maintenance level to stay lean, I'd be having pizza here and there. I'd be having wings and burgers and fries and things like that. And I'd fit them into my schedule. You can do that. You can eat regular meals and still get great results. But with that said, this is an easy way when we're talking about macros and calories to control everything you eat. That is a whole nother story. When you get stuff from the outside, when you get stuff at the stores, fast food, pizza places, all that stuff, you don't really know what they're cooking with. You know about the calories, you know about this and that, but the oils, this, that, there's other things that go into there that can really have an effect on your overall body. Your body looks, your energy levels, how you feel, tightness, bloating, all of that stuff. But for your base, get your basics down first, please. That is the main objective that you should have. If you don't have a solid foundation, a solid understanding of what just calories do for you, what calorie level you need to be at to maintain compared to cutting, compared to bulking, compared to leaning out, compared to get ripped, all of those different things, don't even start getting involved in fats and carbs yet. Just worry about calories and protein. It is that simple. We make things harder because we have all this information out there. And we go, well, I got to do it like this guy, and I got to do it like that guy. But you don't know what they know. You don't know where they started. You don't know how long they've been doing it, how well they know their body. Those are very, very important things. I know before this, when I did my 28 days off and just stayed at maintenance, I was having a whole Domino's pizza and 16 wings a week, plus a Chipotle burrito, not the bowl, not like a loaded up Chipotle burrito, plus a Five Guys burger and fries, where they just throw the fries in the bag, and their burgers are double patties, and they're delicious. But I can have that stuff because I understood how to balance out my days. How to have 3 or 4 of these meals and have one of those, do a little bit of extra cardio, a little bit of extra just walking, and it not have an effect on the weight on the scale, and not have an effect on my look, so to speak. It does bloat you a little bit because, like I said, there's other oils and things like that. But I understand that, right? So by understanding that, it doesn't throw me off mentally. I don't go, oh, well, I lost everything. I might as well go off the rails. And that is what I'm talking about. I hope you get something out of this video. I hope there's some information that makes you better today, makes you better tomorrow, makes you better next week. And that is all that I ask for. Take the information and run with it. Use it. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you in the next one.